That is why it is called the Redoubt. We have our own name. You guys are a geographical location. We have a name. It's called the Redoubt. Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the north. As you can see, we're getting some snow. We're getting some good snow too. This is the stuff that's going to start to stick and accumulate as we head into the winter months. Morning chores, guys. We are feeding all of the animals right now. Kind of got a new setup. Got hay put way over here. Actually have a really cool product that's getting built for me, a custom product I'm gonna tell you guys about. And if you guys like the product, you can let me know. The people who are building it for me are going to start producing them, which is really cool. Yaks are getting fed. They got a bunch of grass here. They're getting fed. Got a new water tank out here, a big metal one, and this is where the new product comes in. This big metal tank we got specifically because we are going to drop a metal wood burning stove down in it. We're gonna try a new system this year, but we're gonna put a new wood burning stove down in this thing and a big old pipe coming up. I had all the hay sitting in here, but because we've got a stove going in here, we didn't want any embers falling into our grass and lighting all of our hay on fire. So we've got this big tank. We're getting a stove made for it. And the idea of the stove is going to be, because this stuff freezes, we can't run like stock tank defrosters, heaters. We can't run that stuff out here being off grid. So the plan is to be able to put a stove in there, a top-loaded stove, light the wood on fire, and then melt off all of the ice as the temperatures begin to drop. Having that big tank like that, having that bigger body of water, it's not going to freeze as easily, so it's going to be a little bit easier to maintain. But having that stove in there is going to be able to warm that tank and keep it, basically give them a bathtub if they wanted to. Or if I wanted to, I guess I could walk out there and hang out in the middle of a snowstorm, take a bath while they drink their water. But that's the idea of the stove. It's being worked on right now. It's currently being built, and I'll show it to you guys when it's done. Hopefully it works out just beautifully for that stock tank. I'm pretty excited about it because water, freezing tanks, that is a big issue for us out here. And now having an influx of animals out here, that's going to make our life a lot easier. There's Cow Dog playing in her first snowstorm, the second one, I guess, because we've gotten snow already, but she's having a blast. She's a fun dog, fearless as blue heelers are. Gets in there with the animals, barks at them. It's pretty funny. She's doing good, learning the ropes. So I open this up here. As you guys can see, I've got a little chute right here that we can walk through. I was having to walk all the way around. Now I can come right through. So we've got the bulls. We got the bull and Lila. Oh, I haven't shown you guys the bull. This is Lazarus. Lazarus is a bull that I have on loan from a buddy. He actually bought him. And I'm like, dude, let me borrow your bull for a while. And so while he gets some cows lined up, Lazarus is in here hopefully getting Lila pregnant, because Lila needs to be pregnant. So we got the bull and Lila in this pen. We got all the cows over in this pen. And we got the yaks in this pen. So that is the layout right now of what we got going on. And then I'm making chutes in here to be able to easily feed and water them here, feed and water them here, feed and water them here, without having to do big old laps. So you guys can see they're in here not getting along. Just light jockeying of the cows. They're eating some breakfast. I've got this hay feeder here, this little one. There's Miss Tilly. Miss Tilly's so pretty. I've got this little feeder in here that they're all trying to share off of, which is pretty funny because I've got a big feeder out here, but I think they're just trying to get out of the weather. Got this big feeder here, and that big feeder is being used by the smallest the smallest animal in there, the little yak. The little yak is kind of the odd man out. it's in the pen, but it's not necessarily part of the herd. So I guess it gets its own feeder while the rest of the herd chews out of the little feeder. So morning chores, guys, just about done, just kind of doing the maintenance, and then we are going to be working on snow removal. It's very important that we keep all the gates clear so that we can open them and close them all year, keep all the pathways cleared out. And basically when that first snow hits and sticks, that's when we get all of our pathways plowed out and established, basically, and then all winter it's just maintaining those. So shoveling them, snow blowing them, keeping the snow out of the way, and then you just get your little road system carved out on your homestead of where you walk to and where from there you need to go to get to. That's the idea behind it. So that's what we are working on today. As you guys can see, I'm listening to Radio Free Readout here in the morning, catching the morning show with John Jacob Schmidt and his wife, Lady Liberty. Pretty cool podcast. You guys go check it out. They pay me nothing to shout them out. I just enjoy doing it because they are here local, here in the Redoubt. Lots of up-to-date news in this area of what's going on politically, and then how that ties into us and really affects us up here in the North. Because, guys, the North is different than everybody else. The North is a pocket of free men, people who will fight for their liberty, people who don't want to be messed with. So, a little bit different than the rest of the area. That is why it is called the Redoubt. We have our own name. You guys are a geographical location. We have a name. It's called the Redoubt. All right, guys, so we are going to get to snow removal. I haven't posted a video in quite some time, actually, because we've just been very busy. There's a lot going on locally. There's a lot going on with the political climate, clearly with elections and things getting almost worst case scenario by not having a defined winner of the race. Now leading into lawsuits to determine whether or not voter fraud was taking place or not, and who our actual president is. So it's actually worst case scenario. If Biden had won by a landslide or Trump had won by a landslide, people would just have to accept it. The fact that it is tied up and has to be decided by the courts and has to be decided by the people as to whether or not we accept those results because they were so close and there's clear lines of cheating going on. Worst case scenario, guys. So it sets us up for the worst amount of chaos coming out of this. This is the worst case scenario of how these elections could have turned out. No clear-cut winner. Neither side is going to accept the other's win. The right is not going to accept cheating of the American election system. The left apparently will accept cheating. They're not going to accept the courts coming in and saying, nope, Trump is the winner because you guys cheated. They're going to say, oh, you're just using your newly appointed Supreme Court justices. You're just using your, kangaroo court justices to get what you want, right? So both sides are not going to accept it, and it's going to get chaotic, guys. So continue the preps, continue to keep things looking towards the future. It's not going to get better. If either president wins, things are not going to get better. We are still going to spiral into chaos in this country. And now we have other things going on around us on the international level because the media is telling everyone internationally that Biden and Kamala Harris have won. Which isn't true. Nobody has won. There is no defined winner. It's just the media machine is putting out that the left has won. So they're all going to spiral and lose their minds when Trump stays in office, and they're going to see it as a dictator saying, I'm not leaving office. So we'll talk about that in another video. I wanted to show you guys the animals. I wanted to give you an update on the homestead. So we'll leave that for another video, and I will try to get more videos out, guys. It is always the busy season going into the winter. There's just so much stuff to do, and it makes it harder to show the videos. It's just easier to go, get it done, and get on with it. But I will try to show you guys what is going on here on the homestead. All right, friends, that is it for me. Thank you so much for watching the channel. Make sure you hit the thumbs up and the subscribe button, although it doesn't matter because YouTube's taking all those subscribers away the moment they push the button. So it is what it is. You guys enjoy the video, and we will catch you on the next one.